Hi Aquarius, happy birthday. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your February 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic Oral spread as always, and I also pulled the 4 agreements and Wisdom of the Oracle card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, well, we have 9. And 9th house energy for you guys is Libra. Astrologically speaking, pretty quiet there. But we do have the South Node there, and in general, 9th house points to philosophy and higher learning. And long distance travel as well. We have Scorpio. So again, that area of the zodiac is pretty quiet right now as well. But generally speaking, Scorpio energy for you guys points to your 10th house of career and social status. And, well, yeah, there's not really anything going on there, astrologically speaking. And let's see. We have Jupiter. So Jupiter is actually in Taurus. And for you guys, that's your 4th house of home, family, roots. And when we have the full moon, well, at the time of recording this, we haven't had it yet. So there's going to be a full moon coming up soon in Leo. And that's actually going to be making a square aspect with Jupiter in your 4th house. So that's a 7th house dynamic versus a 4th house dynamic. So you could feel some push-pull within your home environment and with the relationships that you're in. So definitely something to look out for there. But with all that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. Alright, in the main situation position, we have the High Priestess. And challenging that, we have the Queen of Cups. So this could just be saying that maybe within your work environment, there could be something that you're working on, but you're trying to keep that to yourself this time, possibly because you know that there might be someone within your work environment that you wouldn't be able to trust with that information. For some of you, this could just be, even if not within your work environment, possibly a new job opportunity that you might see available as well, right? And you're like, well, I'm going to be a little bit tight-lipped about it because maybe there's someone within your environment that you feel like you wouldn't be able to trust and know that that's what you were going to do, right? But yeah, it's not just that. Could just be saying that even if there's some creativity coming to mind for you guys, something that you've been working on, could just be saying that you keep it on the wraps at this time too. Valuing it a lot, working on it a lot, but not necessarily ready to bring it out to the public eye. Right? In the foundation position, we have the 7 of Swords. So yeah, this could definitely point to the energy that I was saying there, where maybe you feel like there's someone within your environment that you wouldn't be able to trust with that information that, at least for the time being, you're viewing as sensitive, right? So you're like, okay, better just keep it to myself, knowing that there's someone within the environment that, you know, if I start giving them the information, they might start gossiping about it, right? They might even try to steal an idea of yours and run with it, things along those lines there. For a very small percentage of you, this could even point to self-sabotage, but given what we were just talking about in these cards here, I feel like it's a lot more likely that it's external to you, but I had to at least mention that since this is an Aquarius card. Alright, in the past position, we have the 5 of Wands. So this is actually Leo energy here, and given that this reading is for February, since like I did mention, we haven't physically had the Leo full moon just yet at the time of recording this, but given that this is in the past position for February reading, this could even point to the fact that maybe things will bubble up to the surface around that Leo full moon, so definitely be on the lookout for that. That's around the 25th to 26th of the month, so just be on the lookout for that time where the energy could be a little bit more volatile than usual. And if not necessarily pointing to that timeline, could just be saying that in general, you know, that okay, yeah, there's people within the environment that maybe they're very cutthroat, right? Everyone wants to win, quote unquote. So they want to do things their way and don't really want to incorporate the ideas of others unless it's for their own personal gain. All right, in the present position, we have the Hangman. So yeah, to me, this says that you're being very strategic right now around the situation, really trying to see the best way forward, right? I feel like you're trying to make sure that what you do decide to do eventually, it's out of your highest good, right? So, for example, you wouldn't necessarily want to go to petty route and try to get revenge or anything like that with this person. I feel like this is really you just trying to think about the best way forward. And that could also be why we see that ninth house energy pop up under your dice as well. Okay. Excuse me. In the near future position, we have the Hermit. So, Virgo energy here. And yeah, I feel like this is saying that you're really just trying to figure out the best way forward, right? Really taking your time, trying to remove ego from the situation as well, right? And just really trying to make sure that the move that you do make is the right move and doesn't cause any ripple effects in a negative way. And for some of you, given that that's Virgo energy and there's going to be a Virgo full moon toward the end of February, it could just be saying that you might get the guidance you seek around that time. Right? In the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Two of Wands. So yeah, this can just be saying that there's a part of you that you just might want to start fresh, to start anew elsewhere at this point. Where like, okay, maybe it's just best to cut my losses, right, and go to a different environment altogether. But again, I feel like there is a part of you that's still on the fence about it, right? So that's why we see the Hangman energy, right? So we're like, okay, is that really the best move here, or should I just figure out a way around the situation? So that could be why you're holding things very close to your chest right now as well. Okay, in the environment position, we have the Star card. So yeah, this is actually the major arcana for your sign, and I feel like this is saying that you'll have a lot of support, and that you can trust that you're on the right path, and that you would make the right decision. Astrologically speaking, there's going to be a ton of energy moving through your sign in February. We'll have Mercury there for a good part of the month. Around mid-month, we'll also have Venus and Mars there. I mentioned that new moon that you're going to have as well, so it's going to be tons of energy flowing through your sign. Of course, Pluto will have newly arrived in there and be there all of February. So yeah, it's going to be plenty of backing energy for you guys. I feel like this is saying that celestially speaking, right? Like there's going to be a lot of momentum moving your way to actually make the move you need to make that'll benefit you in the situation. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have Temperance. So yeah, I feel like this is saying that overall you are hoping for the best, like a win-win situation, right? You don't necessarily want to view it as, oh, I'm gonna exact revenge on these people or whatever, right? I feel like this is saying that you really would like a win-win outcome, and that could be what you're trying to figure out right now. Is there a way to make that happen? All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Magician. So yeah, again, like I said, this could just point to all of the energy that we talked about that's going to be moving into your sign as we progress through the month of February. And it could just be pointing to the fact that you'd have all the tools you need to move forward in the situation and get the outcome that you seek. Okay, and bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, at the very least, this is telling me that you're getting some idea around something. So like I said, with that Queen of Cups in the challenge position, could be around your work environment, some idea you got, maybe a new way to tackle a job, right? Or maybe a new opportunity altogether. But I feel like this is saying that the desire is going to be there for you to act on that, but I feel like you're going to hold that a little bit tight right now, not necessarily share it with everyone until you really know for sure which way you want to go. Right, moving on to your Four Greens card, we have be impeccable with your word, manifest your true intentions. Okay, it says regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will all be manifested through the word. So definitely a positive message there, and reminds me of the fact that, like I said, you have Mercury in your sign for a pretty good portion of February, which will definitely help as far as communication goes. I feel like that's saying that even if, on another level, if you feel like what you have to say might be misunderstood, I feel like this is saying that even if you might feel that way, the energy of the message you're trying to convey would come through regardless. So you don't necessarily have to have too much fear around that. because this Aries energy does point to your third house communication too. If there's something you feel you've needed to say, it's good to just be saying that it's a good month to say it. Alright, for your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Fork in the Road. Here's the artwork, and the number is 13. Okay, so essential meanings says time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligation to make a necessary choice. The Oracle's message: every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road and are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroads. Take heart, as no matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there, especially as far as the two paths, right? We see the two wands there. We see the star card with the two jugs of water, right? So it does seem to be some duality. We see that with the temperance card as well. So yeah, maybe you guys really are deciding this or that type of scenario, but hopefully that resonated with you. The relationship message says you've reached the moment of truth in the evolution of your relationship. Which will you choose? To open up to the possibility of love, or to remain isolated? To go deeper and commit to mutual passion, or to walk away? This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desire and follow it. Be honest with yourself about what you're willing to do, invest, and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with this relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. You will have made a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone, or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. All roads lead to the lessons you must learn in your relationships. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on the path to a truer experience at heart. So yeah, definitely a positive, supportive message there as well. And to me, like I said, that seems to go back to the star card, right? So even if this does represent the energy of another person, I feel like this is saying that they were placed in your path for a reason, for your positive growth. Okay, the prosperity message says you've come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for a bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Enter honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction, for the way will be made clear by your intuition, which knows how to steer you toward your well-being. So yeah, the reference to intuition, of course, goes back to the High Priestess, and again, seeing that star card in the environment position too, which to me, like I said, feels like there's energies around you which will point you in the right direction this month. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. Once again, happy birthday, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.